Hey, what's up, everyone? My name is Ryan Anthony Hernandez, and I'm still pretty new to this whole podcasting, this whole YouTube world, and I look like a pirate. Um, God. Anyways, I'm still learning, all right? I hope you all cut me a break, but I'm trying my best. Haven't even shaved. My beautiful skin is now blemished with these hairs that are sprouting out. Anyways, I just did a podcast yesterday, which I published, and it was about the environment that I was in. How, yes, it was a religious environment, but unfortunately, I believe that there were some cult mechanics which were used and applied by some of the members, and unfortunately, even the founder of the community. Now, there are people not only from my group, but also from other groups, other cults, you could say, or other religious communities who use a lot of smearing. And that smearing campaign would be towards the ex members. And in my community, it was no different. We had that smear campaign. I'm gonna back up a little bit. Maybe you can see both of my eyes now. I'm a real I'm a real person. I'm not a bot. There was a smear campaign in my community as well, where when you left, many members. Well, what happened was when someone would leave, and in the podcast I give examples where the founder would talk smack about those people or label them as being infested or hexed. And as I've been doing my research and looking into other communities, other groups, it's it's as if they all have the same playbook, and that is to just demonize anyone who doesn't agree entirely to them, or to demonize people who eventually leave. Now, in my group, um, there were people who left but stuck around financially. And I'll give you an example, because, like, for me, when I left the group, I still wanted to have connections with the founder. I still wanted to have connections with his people, because I thought at first that they were still God's chosen group. And although I couldn't live in the community, uh, I couldn't take the environment anymore. I still wanted to have some sort of contribution. And so the way that Father Bing wanted me to stay, like, in contact, the way he wanted the strings to be attached were financial. Because when I went to go talk to him, he told me, you should become a nurse, or you should get a job in healthcare. They give good money. Then later on, after you you get used to the world, after you get your life together, you can start make money. Then you can help contribute to the community, to the missions. And so, in my mind, that was something that I wanted to do at first. But then later on, after going through the healing process and analyzing the bad that happened, understanding the difference between the bad and the good, I came to understand that I was just a number, and it wasn't fair that they wanted me to still give money. And Father Bing, his spiritual direction for me was to get a job to give them money. So that's not really a good guidance. But going back to not only to my experience, but also the experiences of other cults or people who have been in other high controlling religious communities, I think it is just it's more common than you think. And in this podcast that I did, that I published yesterday, I wanted to give examples of how we viewed ex members and how when you're there, you're you're given this fear that if you leave, that the rest of the world is going to collapse, that your connection with God or your connection with goodness will no longer be possible. And I wanted to bring this to light in the podcast because those are thoughts that haunted my mind, haunted my life, that it is my fault because I left, that I'm going to be doomed forever. However, I've been starting this healing process, this healing journey, and it's been years, but I think right now it's really going warp speed at the moment. And I think a lot of the audience, especially on my podcast, are able to see live my healing journey and how I just released a lot of feelings and emotions which were just bottled up. So hopefully by doing the podcast and now by doing the YouTube, you can understand how negative a lot of these cults are, these abusive environments are, but also I want to highlight that healing is possible, and I'm on a journey, and I want you to be part of that journey, to see my healing, to see my growth. And hopefully my prayer is that even if you're in another community or another cult or another religion, or you're in a abusive environment, my hope is that whatever abuse, whatever trauma you went through, that you find hope and you find the strength to be awesome in life. So that's it for today. I just wanted to keep it short and sweet, and I'm testing these microphones. I don't know if I'm even doing it right, and I'm having a little fun here, but all right, so peace out, y'all.